Hi.
Hey Riz, what's up?
Hey, I'm good. How are
Good.
you?
Very good, very good. Here comes Alex 9.
Nice. Yeah. We're gathering all over here. I think it's gonna be the two of us at least.
Okay, cool, cool.
Hello.
Hey man, what's up?
I'm all good. How about you?
Good, very good.
That's
Mr.
awesome.
Mr. Misery, welcome to Rock Eyes.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Really what turned me on is really, back in the day I was a Kiss fan and stuff like that, and Image means so much to me. Besides the music, but I mean, as a photographer, I want to see a show and you guys bring it. You do a great job. I've been watching the videos all morning. Um, Alex, tell me what Image means to you.
I've always felt that like just to be normal is boring. I always feel more alive when I express myself. I push the limits, push the boundaries. I've always felt, different characters or stage personas where they express themselves through a big stage show, or they have special clothes or makeup that is much more unique in a way than just going up and being yourself in a way on stage. It's much more interesting to give something more on stage.
Right. How about you, Rizzy?
Yeah, it's the same for me. Like you're becoming your alter egos. What to say? Like you when you bring your all makeup on and you feel like something is growing inside you, you can do like so much more. You feel like a superpower,
Right.
basically. But it feels like when you go, it's something happens when you take the first stroke with the pencil on your face and stuff, and you put your lenses in, and something like grows inside you. And when you go on stage, it's like get the switch, basically. But it's more kind of larger than life kind of thing. It's I think, and also visually, it's more interesting for an audience to see just not to just see another just like band with t-shirts and shorts.
Right.
It's more like appealing as well visually, and it gets more interesting when you just go by and like, oh, something is happening over here. What is this all about? So it's more interesting to like eye candy.
Cool, cool. Alex, how long does it take to put the makeup on for you?
I mean, in the beginning, it took quite a long time, at least an hour and a half or something. But now we do it roughly in like 30 to 45 minutes.
Right. Cool, cool. How about you, Rizzy?
It's the same, like around 40 minutes. It depends on how detailed you want to be. Like we were opening for Beyond the Black, and we're supposed to open for a show in Paris in 2019, and we didn't get like we had really stressful time there because we were late or something happened or something like that, and we were like, okay, we need to get our things on like in 10 minutes, and we're like, that was the world record for
Yeah,
everybody's like, just put it on, just go out there and just do it. So
that was
you can do
insane.
it in 10 minutes if you're really stressing it out, but then it's of course costing of quality, but it could work.
Cool, cool. Alex, do you ever change the makeup up or you always keep the same thing?
I mean, I experimented a lot like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I tried the different colors. I tried like uh how to draw the mouth or covering the entire uh, face with it, but somehow I don't really feel like myself when I overdo it too much.
Right.
I just that kind of like mellow, toned down, simple vampiric look. I don't know. That's I connect more with that look.
Cool, cool. How about you, Rizzy?
Yeah, I'm basically the same. I have my standard look, so to speak, but I colored it out a little bit about the eyes and get more and smaller. But basically, I think it goes for all of us. Like we have our standard kind of look.
Right.
I think I feel as well as fits with the audience, or you get constant like with the makeup, so everybody's like, okay, yeah, that's Rizzy and that's Alex and that's
Right.
Harley and Alistair, stuff like that. So you don't do like an overall whole another makeup. It depends. Like if we did the Survival of the Sickest music video, then we can explore more just for that video, for that effect you want,
Uh,
and then you can explore different makeups and maybe take that on stage maybe later on. But But in general, we use like the standard look.
Okay. Alex, don't it get a little expensive?
The makeup?
Yeah.
Nah, it's
Huh?
not that bad. Not that bad.
Okay.
Actually, we are using like this oil-based
Right.
foundation, kind of white, and we have like setting powder on that, and it lasts forever. You know, like if you buy one palette of that, you can do
Right.
2 tours with us one palette. So it's not that expensive as you would think it is.
Cool, cool. Okay, I guess your first release was Unalive in 2019, and
Yes.
then in 2021, A Brighter Side of Death. How much has the music changed from them two albums to the new one, the self-titled one coming out?
Wow, that's changed a lot, I would say. Like, I mean, I joined the band just when the release of the first album. But for my part of view, like it always comes to lyrics, I would say. Like it's more mature now, and the music and mixing, we've grown so much and done. And we've tried all the different styles and all the different mixes and masters and stuff like that. But we always come down to, we want to do it by ourselves instead. It like, feels better, and we know our sound better, and we get better, and we jump into everything. Like I think songwriting and lyric, it's more mature compared to the first and this self-titled. What do you say, Alex?
Yeah, I would say both, as said, the mixing process, because Harley is mixing the songs. Like he has developed so much from Unalive, A Brighter Side, and now our self-titled, and you can really hear that the soundscape has matured so much. And also Unalive was like a lot of heartbreak, or being young and reckless and fuck the world a little bit. And then A Brighter Side went more to a little bit more, I don't know, horror, scary, explore that. But now we take a little bit of both albums, but we present it in a way more matured way, who we are today, with a better sound. So it's a mix of both albums, I would say, but it's more mature. The lyric speaks more about like real life topics more than ghosts.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, like we talked before, like survival sickest, for example, like Harley wrote that on the hospital bed when he was like the brink of death, basically. And we threw him some guitars and everything on the bed, and he was like, I need to get all these emotions and all the adventure I've been to, and I need to put it down to a perfect song, and that became survival of the sickest. That's a really close-hearted and really beautiful song. And then at the same time you have Ripper, like it's just the Jack the Ripper, like a character basically, and you can go away with that sound as well. Or you have Haters, or so we have, like Alex said, we have a variety of both, like both albums come down to one.
Yeah, like the whole album touches so many topics, like root of all evil, depression. You got Haters, that's like basically the title. All the haters out there just talking shit about you all the time, trying to drag you down. Then you have survival of the sickest, of health issues. You have Ripper, of Jack the Ripper. Like there is all these elements still. We haven't strayed away from that, but we do it in a way more like grown up, matured way, and it also sounds more matured in the mixing process.
You guys seem really subdued and intelligent, and like very calm. But like when you go on stage, guys are like madmen. So how do you pump yourself up for a show?
There's just something. Yeah, there's just something that happens, because before a show we're calm, we're happy, we're having a good time. But we a couple of years ago we realized that if we like hype ourselves up too much, if we get too pumped, then the show doesn't get that good, because we are you get overload of these emotions. It's better to just fucking let's wing it, you know, like just let's go, let's have a great time. But the second we go on stage, then we're like, oh my God, let's just fucking go. So it happened first second we entered the stage, but behind the scenes, we're calm, you know, it's all good. We're happy. We're just making jokes.
Focused.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, watching the videos and stuff like that, do you feel like you know, YouTube and other fans watching the video get turned on by the band, and you get more notoriety and more people want to see you guys through video?
I would definitely say that video is still a very strong concept to attract people and to gain fans, because you get the visuals, which is really important. Sound is one dimension, but to have the visuals as well speaks in a way even more, because you have the sound and the visuals at the same time. So I would say music videos is still very important. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it amplifies the music, and it amplifies what you want to tell the audience and tell the world.
Yeah. Like, again, going back to the videos, as I was watching this morning, I mean, the music is really diverse, first from like really heavy to more melodic. Was that always part of doing this project with the band?
You mean how we like structure a song?
Yes, change like direction in the music.
I would say what has always been one of our key things is to focus on a strong melody and a hook, you know, like to have that, like to make a song memorable, that you like that little melody in a song that makes you remember it. Right. And that melody usually, or that hook usually, is in the chorus of the song. So, you know, like the intro, it can be melodic, the verses usually are very chaotic, you know, you just fucking amp up. And then you have this like, yeah, you try to get that melody and the hook in the chorus. And I think that's more or less been the key to our songs since the first album.
Cool. When everybody joined the band in the beginning and stuff like that, was it always a project to have makeup, or was there anything else?
I mean, me and Harley, we started pretty early to say that like we both were into all these bands wearing makeup. We loved everything about Halloween, and we loved just like dressing up. And so we said we need to implement this somehow.
Right.
And it started pretty basic, just some like black eyeliner and maybe some cooler clothes. But then we said we should definitely amp this up pretty fast. So it took only, I think, 1 year. Yeah, 1 year after we started the band, then we had like the outfits already.
Yeah, it's interesting to see like from the first outfits and the first makeup try-ons, and from then till now, like it's a whole difference, like how we've grown and how we want to portray ourselves.
Yeah, that's really funny to look at.
Like it's an adventure, of course.
Do you have a special company that does your clothes?
No, I mean, we have certain brands that is out there. You got like Devil Fashion, you got Punk Rave, there's some other companies as well that make some really cool clothes. So we are switching a little bit between them, and then we find some piece of gear that looks cool that we can combine. So I would say it's like 3-4 different companies that we get our clothes from.
Cool. Now your new album comes out, I think, in August.
Yeah.
Self-titled and stuff on AFM. How does that label, you know, treat you guys?
They treat us really good, and they are really kind. They are really excited to have us on board, and yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see now with the album, see how it does on AFM, you know, because we had another record label before. So it's going to be interesting to see if there's going to be any difference.
Exactly. It feels like a fresh start as well. Like I'm really eager to drop this album. Along with we're gonna do a show with exclusively at Wacken in Germany So we're gonna drop the album along with that show, so it's gonna be a blast, I think.
Yeah.
Now the cover of the album, who come up with that?
We came up with that with a guy on Fiverr, because we have used Fiverr. Also, we found the guy who made A Brighter Side of Death through Fiverr. Fiverr is like, it's an untapped source of possibilities, I would say, because we have received so much artworks. Our logo was made by a guy on Fiverr. And the crazy part is that usually you don't even know the person's name because they have a nickname on Fiverr.
Right.
So yeah, it was a guy on Fiverr who made it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, let's go down the album. I guess the first video was Root of All Evil. Was that the first video 8 months ago? It came out?
Yeah.
Cool, cool. Can you tell me any story behind that song?
Yeah, I wrote Harley had a song and I wrote the lyrics for it. And it's basically like dealing with a lot of like heavy topics about depression, struggling with yourself, all those thoughts, bad thoughts inside of you, you know, that you're dealing with every day. And we felt like we wanted to make a fucking angry song, and also a really amped up, angry, but basic music video, you know, like we just wanted to capture, like we didn't want any like special scenery or acting or storyline. We just wanted it to be us just going fucking crazy on set with some fire, because we were fucking pissed and we wanted to.
Yeah, and it felt and it felt right for dropping this, like that Root of All Evil was supposed to be the first single as well. Like it felt natural when we looked at all the songs and like, what is the first thing gonna be?
Yeah.
When we portrayed like the third album, like, well, what is the audience gonna make? And we felt like just a straightforward live performance video. Just this is us for now, like 3.0. Let's see what happens. So yeah.
Cool, cool. How about the next track, The Countess?
That was Alistair who wrote that song. He actually traveled to the ruins of Elizabeth Bathory in like, it's in Hungary now, but it was like old Slovakia or Romania, I don't remember. And he got so inspired, so he was like, I need to write a song about her, because yeah, it fits very well with the topic of like, we have written songs about these like horror characters or vampires and ghosts and everything, or Mr. Hyde, and a lot of fiction. So that part of fiction worked very well.
Yeah. How about Eye of the Storm?
It's kind of like a hopeful song about it. Like the lyrics is 50-50 hopeful and 50-50 like depressing in a way. It's very reflective lyrics about how much you sacrifice of your own life to try to get where you want to be in life. Like if you have this goal, and it's you have to, like, if you want to become a super pro athlete, you have to sacrifice so much in your life. If we want to become rock stars, we have to sacrifice money, job, relationships, you know, like so much. And at the end of the day, sometimes you ask yourself, like, is it worth it? Because sometimes it gets so much that you're like, I'm pretty crazy for doing this, because we earn no money, we sacrifice everything, and at the end of it, you look at yourself in the mirror and you go like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Was it worth it?
Is it worth it? Yeah.
Cool. I can understand that. Boy.
Yeah.
No. How about Hands of Death?
Hand of Death, Harley wrote that. And yeah, Rizzy, maybe you want to take that one.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly about that song. how
it,
it came. But
it's also kind of heavy on the topic, like life can be really hard sometimes. Harley said it so good, like it's a lot of those kind of messages in our songs, and it's been in the previous albums as well, but sometimes life has been very hard, especially for me and Harley, and we like to write about that topic because it's very close to our hearts.
Right.
And for him, he has had a couple of years that's been, you know, going up and down, and with his health issues and everything. And he said in a statement, sometimes life can be really fucking hard, and that's what that song is about. And yeah, let's just leave it at that. Yeah.
Coco, the newest single, The Doomsday Clock. Tell me a little bit about that. That's the new single.
Yeah, that's the first time we have touched like the subject of like a real world, looking at the world, you know,
Right.
the world situation, politics, or how people are, like how everything just becomes more dark in a way, bitter in a way. And we're just counting down to the end of the world. You know, it's just a doomsday clock ticking down.
Right. How about Crooked Man?
Crooked Man is about like folklore, I think, like Scottish or English folklore, like what they told the kids when to behave, basically.
Right.
So it's just a fantasy kind of like the Ripper and stuff like that. Just a character that I wanted to be in a song, just to break it up a little bit.
Mm.
So it's kind of simple. It's just a folklore song, but it doesn't work.
Okay. How about Survival of the Sickest, which I guess is the newest video?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that song. Yeah, take it, Rizzy.
Yeah, like I told before, like that's about like the sickness that Harley went through, or in general when you get through sickness, and you're not afraid to die, basically. And what the lyrics says as well, like you're on brink of death and you can accept death, or should death grab you and take you down, or should you make that a little bit more step to break free, and give it all it takes to just be free of everything, of course. And it's
Right.
about struggling, of course, but in a hopeful way. It has its light, its edges.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until the End.
That's a fun song.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
about zombies.
exactly.
And actually, Harley, and or all of us, but especially Harley, he's a big fan of the Resident Evil games,
Right.
the Umbrella Corporation and zombies and everything. And
Mm.
well, Until the End is about zombies and the Umbrella Corporation.
Go,
Yeah.
go, go.
Yeah,
Wow. How about Haters?
that's just like
Another angry song.
Yeah.
another angry song, but I think a lot of bands, but us as well, you know, you hear people talking behind your backs, or jealousy, or
Right.
in general, like jealous people or anything. This song is to all of those out there trying to drag you down, trying to talk shit, being jealous, just being a bad energy, and saying, just giving the middle finger to them and say, we don't fucking care.
Right. Yeah. Oh, cool, cool. And the
Yeah.
last track, Sinner of Saint or Saint?
Sin,
Yeah.
yes, sinner or saint. That is a hard lyric to.
Yeah.
I would say that sinner or saint, because Harley wrote that song, and we haven't really talked much about that song, or about that lyric in specific, but I think it is that. I think it is a song about like some people he had in his life before
Uh-huh.
was really bad people. And Yeah, I cannot really say for sure. Because we
Well,
haven't really,
Harley.
yeah, that's a question for Harley,
Yeah.
because we haven't dived into that topic too much about that lyric.
Alex, like you talked recently about, what you had to give up and sacrifices to do what you're doing. What sacrifice did you have to do going into music?
First of all, I think I changed jobs 7 times since we started this band.
Right.
But then it's like it's always been difficult for me with having like, for me this band is everything.
Right.
And if I've tried 2 times to have a relationship with someone that just couldn't accept that, because they wanted the attention, they wanted to drag me away a little bit from my focus, my dreams, my goals,
Right.
and that just ended up in a really bad situation. So I have to give up like that. And right now, like, I'm more than happy to be alone and focusing on the band and trying to have someone by my side in everyday life, because that's a sacrifice that I feel is it's just does me good. I can
Right.
focus on the band, I can focus on my dreams, the future, and that makes me happy and it makes me grow as a person. And also financially, like we make zero money, and when we go on tour and we're gone for a month, we make zero money because it's just so much expenses. So at the end of the day, you go break even, and that's a success because you don't have to pay for yourself.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, like work-wise, relationship-wise, financially wise, all of those kind of topics, I would say.
Right. Wow. Wow. How about you, Rizzy?
Yeah, I think I have the most things on the dry, like beautiful home and a girl and everything like that. But for me, it's always been a sacrifice of time and where to, and like, of course, not to do all the jobs you want to do and stuff like that. Of course, the band is everything. So you need to skip a lot of things in your life just to be going on tour, for example, and stuff like that, missing out of friends and everything. But that's something that you need to decide before we jump into this project, or you want to do what you really dream of from doing, of course. But yeah, it's most of those things, I would say.
Yeah, that's also like a big sacrifice. I missed out on so many birthday parties, weddings, different happenings. Friends want to bring me to concerts, and like, yeah, well, I'm not available, I'm not at home, I'm rehearsing, I'm somewhere on a tour, I'm somewhere on a festival. So yeah, also friendship wise, like, I haven't lost friends, but you have to like dedicate so much of your time for the band that all these other topics struggles because you focus on the band instead.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I think Harley joined us as well. Hello, Harley.
Hello, Harley.
Can you hear us?
Hello, guys. I'm sorry I'm a bit late. I've been caught up in shit.
No worries.
That's okay. You're lucky you guys don't have kids, because that's a killer, being away from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
Oh.
real rough.
Yeah, like the cop. Then you can bring on tour.
Yeah, you can do that too. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Tell me, you guys recently played Finland.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh my God, it was a crazy, crazy festival. A great festival, but like we took the ferry over to Turku in Åbo, and we drove like 4 hours straight north in the middle of freaking nowhere. And we're like, okay, so this a festival here, like a really famous festival, like big artists have been played there. So we're like, it should be the shit here. So, but we came like in Numijärvi, like middle of freaking nowhere. It was one-way street, was a ghost town basically. It was a little hotel and it was a little shop, and nobody was outside. And we're like, is this really the place to be? But we checked in and we've asked like, is this supposed? Yeah, it's always like this. It's a ghost town. Okay, but where's the festivals? And then we went to the festival 20 minutes later, and then it opened up like a really nice camping landscape spot, like with a lake and everything. And there was big stages and stuff. Like, oh, so here it is. Like, but and then we played like 1:30 in the like in the middle of the morning in the night. And we're like, who is somebody gonna attend to the show? Like we played the opening day on Wednesday. But hell man, like it was maybe 200 people maybe, but they rocked like for 5,000 cap. Like we felt like the Finnish people was like it felt like they are metalheads in from the mother's milk, you know? So and they really proved it. They were crazy. So it was a beautiful show.
And yeah, we even got some rings on the water because of that show, because it's not official yet, but it will be any day now that we have another festival lined up in Finland now in August. So we're actually going to go back to Finland in less than a month.
Wow.
So that's going to be great.
Tell me a little bit about Wacken. You guys excited?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Right?
You know, like Wacken for me, I went there first time when I was 16 years old, and I was there like 5 times when I was like teenager and in my 20s. And then, you know, getting to play at Wacken for the first time in 2022, that was like my life's dream, you know, my life's goal. I've been saying to myself for 14 years that I would be playing there. And then I did, and that was just amazing. And now Wacken has become like a kind of like a secondhand family to us, because we have done like Full Metal Cruise, Full Metal Holiday. They promote us a lot. They give us a lot, and you know, it's just like insane to think that Wacken, that's such a big and legendary festival that I've looked up to, I can almost consider family in a way.
Right.
That is just mind-boggling.
Okay. Harley, can you tell me anything about the Dark Legacy tour coming?
It's going to be one hell of a tour. We are bringing out the big guns. We're going to play all the new songs from the new album coming out the 2nd of August. And of course, we're also going to include the good old ones that we that our fans really love, like Ballad of the Headless Horseman, Mr. Hyde, you know, My Ghost. And we also got some really interesting stuff on stage this time around. So there's going to be one hell of a party for sure. And it starts the 19th of October. And I believe it ends the 2nd of November or something. When does it end, guys?
Yeah, like the first leg, and then we continue in Finland in December 13th and 14th of December.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, so it's gonna be probably our longest set that we've ever done in our career, which is really fun. Get to be on stage for a long time every night.
Yeah.
I mean, to compare to the big festival stages, to get more into these club shows, you can really portray what we wanna deliver to the audience as well. Like we're first coming into the venue and creating this mystique area, and really wanted to amplify everything that we wanted to do for like as a band as well, music wise and visualize. So it's gonna be a great tour. So if you haven't got your tickets, please get it now.
What's the chance?
Hell yeah.
What's the chance of you guys coming to the United States?
Oh man, I would come tomorrow.
Yeah. No, but
yeah,
like,
it's very expensive to go there for bands. They need visas and stuff, and they cost a lot, and you know, so it's gotta be, I don't know, hopefully in the near future, but there's no plans on that right now.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, what needs to be in place for us to even consider it is to do like a proper support tour to bigger band in USA, because we could not go there and play a headline show. That would just, it would cost too much, as they mentioned. So a big support tour for a much bigger band. then we can really start to look at the numbers and everything.
And Rizzy, if you did come to the United States, what band would you want to, support?
And then Sevenfold
Cool, cool.
would be a great, or Avatar, like our friends here from Gothenburg, West Coast, like they're getting really big in the States right now. So that would be a great fit as well, like visualize and music wise.
How about you,
Yeah.
Harley? Harley, who would you like to open for?
Well, I mean, I think some of the younger bands like Ice Nine Kills or maybe Motionless in White would be a good fit. I think we
Yeah.
would win those fans over really easily, and I personally, I think we would waterboard those bands. No, I'm just kidding. But we would make an impression on both the main bands that we would open for and also their fans, where it would be afterwards it would be like, holy shit, these guys are fucking, yeah, they're up there with us, they can compete with us. It's not a competition, of course, but they can be in the realm with these other bigger bands. So I would say maybe one of those. Avatar is a good fit too, of course, and if you want to shoot really high, it would be like Avenged Sevenfold, or like, what do we have? Bring Me the Horizon maybe, or some shit. I don't know.
We could do like maybe not Arch Enemy, but we could do In This Moment. That could work.
Yeah, that would be great, In This Moment, or Falling in Reverse.
Yeah.
Rizzy, what are your hopes for this album?
Sorry?
What are your hopes for this album coming out?
Oh my God. I mean, the hopes are always really high, of course, but you need to remember, like, it's always amplifies with the audience, and you can never know what songs that hits. But I'm hoping for, like, this album will take us to the next level, like it for everything that we put our amazingly hard work into this album and doing and everything. So I really hope that it comes back, that all the audience really love the songs and really want to hear them and streaming and buying our records and coming and give us a hug and meeting everybody in the merch booth and everything. But I really hope this album will take us to the next level.
How about you, Alex? You too?
I can only agree. And for this album, I'm gonna be I have the same mentality as we spoke of before we go on stage, just try to just be calm, just we make all the preparations and we do everything that we have to do, but you never know. And we had really high expectations for A Brighter Side of Death, and now I'm like, okay, whatever happens, I'm gonna be good with it, like I'm just gonna go with it.
How about you, Harley?
Wishing for the best.
Cool.
What my hopes are for the album? Well, I do hope that one or more songs makes such an impact on like the music scene that we are noticed by the like a majority of people, whereas we would get a bigger fan base, that the record would reach all the playlists that we kind of have our sights on, and get us to that level where we can amp everything up even one step more. I'm just excited for just these gradual steps. I understand that you can't go from 0 to 100 or like 20 to 100. You have to like go small steps at a time. I wish we could just like buy a big truck full of fire and smoke machines and everything, and just have a crew of 200 people. But like my hopes is that the album will make us just like 2 or 3 levels above where we are right now. So that would make me super happy, and for us to have a bigger fan base around the world.
Yeah, I'm just gonna point out that it looks like the room is gonna die in a second now. It says less than a minute.
Yep. So congratulations on the self-titled album coming out in August.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for the chat, guys.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you very much. Peace out.
Bye-bye. Cut it close, huh?
Yeah, close.
Thanks
Cheers.
a lot. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Bye.